I want to talk to you today about the impact of excessive social media use on adolescent mental health. Imagine waking up to a call from your child's school, learning that your son or daughter has been struggling silently with anxiety, depression, and relentless cyberbullying. And then as this conversation continues, you hear the words that no parent should ever hear, that your child attempted suicide. This isn't just a heartbreaking thing to hear, but it's the stark reality that many families face as social media becomes a daily part of an adolescent's life. And for us to truly understand the problem, we need to look at the scope of it. Suicide is the second leading cause of death among adolescents aged 10 to 24. And I have this graph right next to it so that you can truly understand how social media plays a large role. And so I'm going to name off some years that some social media platforms launched. And I want you to see how it correlates with the graph. Facebook launched in 2004. Instagram launched in 2010. Snapchat launched in 2011. TikTok launched in 2016. And so if you're looking at the graph and you're keeping those years in mind that I just called out, you can see that it was on those exact years, if not just a little after, that there was a large spike in people committing suicide and attempting self-harm. This is something that's worrisome and has caught the eye of parents and researchers all together around the world. And this is why I am looking into it and sharing it with you. So let's look at social media and our adolescents, teens, tweens, and everything in between. So by age 11, most children in developed countries have their own smartphone. And by 14, many are active on their own social media platforms, such as Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Reddit, Twitter, and so many more. And so we need to keep this in mind because, like I said on the graph before, 10 to 24, those are the ages that people are at risk. So let's look at the dark side of social media. Social media has been linked to increased anxiety and depression in adolescents due to factors such as cyberbullying, harmful content, and social comparison. I myself have been a victim to cyberbullying. It was back in 2016, and I was asked to prom by this really cute guy. I was super excited, and I had gotten all of my things, my dress, everything. And I was so excited. And then out of the blue, I started receiving DMs or direct messages from an anonymous account or spam account. And I started receiving lots of threats and lots of harmful messages. And this girl was calling me a whore and a slut because I said yes to this promposal from this kid. And she was attacking my religious beliefs, and she was attacking me and was sending death threats. And I was absolutely terrified. And so I brought these things to my parents and I begged them for any kind of solace, any kind of help that they could give me. And they tried all that they could, and they brought it to police, anything, and no one could help. And so we have to be aware of these factors that can deeply hurt our adolescents, because I myself was deeply hurt. And through social media, we deal with things such as social comparison and self-esteem. There's low self-esteem, body image issues, and the pressure to conform. And all these things are influenced by what our adolescents see on social media, leading to so many unhealthy social comparisons. And so platforms like Instagram and TikTok, they allow visual content, which encourages their users to present idealized versions of themselves. And let's be real, who wants to post about their worst days? Everyone wants to post about the best days of their lives. And even nowadays, there's filters that can make people look skinnier, look like they have a whole face of makeup, and even cover acne. And so nothing is real on social media anymore. And half the time, I forget that when I'm even viewing the content myself. And so how are we supposed to expect our adolescents to keep this in mind? Of course, there are many benefits of social media, and it allows our adolescents to learn, to connect, to have personal expression, and so much more. It allows them to find and create their own communities so that they can feel a sense of belonging. and maybe even connect through YouTube and TikTok to explore new topics and to gain new skills. But we have to learn how to navigate these digital spaces. We need to promote digital literacy and resilience in schools that can help adolescents navigate social media safely. And we need parents to set boundaries. And whether it's you can't have any social media at all, or you can only have 30 minutes of social media a day, there needs to be boundaries that are set. And we need to be able to have these open discussions with our children about their online activities. This balanced approach is what can make digital spaces safer. And so, to conclude, we need to build a healthier digital environment. And to do so, everyone has a role to play. Parents need to set boundaries and maintain that open communication with children about social media. Educators, they need to integrate digital literacy into the curriculum to promote responsible use. Policymakers, they need to implement stronger safety measures on social media platforms, ensuring user protection and data privacy, especially for these adolescents. Together, we can help adolescents use social media in a way that supports their mental health, not hurting it, and by supporting their well-being. Thank you.